again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast. We're talking Auburn football. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. So today we celebrate the life of legendary football coach Patrick Fane Dye, who was a graduate of Georgia. Started his coaching career at the University of Alabama as a linebackers coach under the legendary Bear Bryant. He's from Blythe, Georgia. And he pretty much revolutionized what we know as Auburn football today. During his tenure, had a favorable record against Alabama during that time, on the way to winning 4 SEC championships in 1983, 87, 88, and 89. As a matter of fact, he was a big part of the home-to-home scheduling for Auburn versus Alabama. The first game in Jordan-Hare Stadium, Auburn winning that game under Pat Dye 30-20. He leaves a lasting legacy and an imprint to everything we know about Auburn football. You ask any of his former players, you ask any of the fans, you ask anybody who was close to him in proximity, whether it was on a personal level, whether it was on a professional level, and they will it's all the same common denominator. He was definitely a humanitarian, and you just look at his face and you can see the genuine nature of a human being on his face, in that he cared for his players, he cared for Auburn, and he cared for the parents. He cared for anybody that he could help. He definitely did. And this is definitely a very somber day for the Auburn fan base in losing such a legend. It's equivalent to Alabama losing Bear Bryant, because you can't talk about the legacy of Auburn football without mentioning, in some form or fashion, or in a huge fashion, Pat Dye. As a matter of fact, the Jordan-Hare Stadium is also codenamed Pat Dye Field in his honor. So today, we definitely celebrate the life of a very phenomenal human being, a very phenomenal leader. He continued to be a mainstay in the Auburn stratosphere, very vocal, very active in the activities of Auburn athletics, and he will be sorely missed. I remember as a child being an Auburn fan. Matter of fact, I liked Auburn. I can't say that I was necessarily an Auburn fan, but I always liked Auburn, and I liked the tenacity at which they played football. And Pat Dye's football teams had a whole lot to do with that. So, College Football Nation, I hope you all can join me in celebrating the legacy of an icon in college football, Pat Dye, one of the best to ever do it. He always said that Auburn Alabama fans like Alabama football, but Auburn fans love Auburn. And I think nothing can be further from the truth. Rest in peace, Pat Dye. Once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart for the podcast talking Auburn football. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. As always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.